So these are some chips that I ordered off eBay. This one I won $1. Paid $1 for it in shipping, so $5.99. It's an IBM Power 7, I think. So really kind of surprised no one else bid on that. These chips normally sell for minimum $40, so I got a really good deal on it. That IBM chip.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture of it. Oh wow, crazy. Where are the pins?
It's heavy too. What do we got here? More CPUs. Wow, these are a lot bigger than I thought. What was this? No label. Okay. I've been buying up lots of chips. Multiple chips at a time that are less than $1 a piece with free shipping. 8-core, 16-core chips, because I haven't actually had a chance to ever handle them yet. The newest stuff I've worked on is 10 years old, so these are really cheap, and my plan was to keep a few for my collection and take a few of them apart and look at the dies and how they're made. These are huge. These are the 8-core processors, I think.
What year?
This is I'm heating it up to melt any of the compound or whatever cement they use for the top here. But I can also move these little resistors around. Possibly change the multiplier and things like that. Start to finish. So here. It's a different time. There we go. This tip should work better. There we go. goes about 300 resistors, jumpers. Since I don't know what's under here, I try to be a little careful. Some chips have their die is actually soldered to the heat spreader. Critical part. There. See it lifting? The other side there. There it goes. It was soldered. So, see how that on top? That's solder. That soldered the die to that thing. So, what I'm going to do now is suck most of it up, and then a little bit of solder wick to suck up the rest. Wow, that's a big one. There's the inside of the lid. And chip. There's all that solder that came out of the suck 'em up. Get out of the way here. That's that chip. Okay. So this section here is the actual die. Anyway, this is just a flip chip package. So the actual details of the chip are on the other side, on the bottom side, and they're soldered pads to the rest of it, the substrate. So you can't actually see the cool part until I remove the die from this piece here. So that's about 2.3 across by 2 inches. And with the cover removed, measure the actual die. So 1.25 inches by 0.85, about 0.85. So that is one of the largest pieces of silicon I've seen. Go straight to the blowtorch. I think that's all I need. And a lighter. There we go. These are a little more difficult because of the large size of the chip. I get slowly. Get too fast, it shattered. But it's pretty strong. Just gotta be careful. Got it. I got it. Right on the edge. If I did it right, I'll have one piece of chip. There we go. One piece of chip. Smells amazing. So while that's cooling, I'll show in detail. Kind of. Each little one of those little dots is a contact point to the die. And yeah. Okay. We can go even further and take the layers of this apart, but I'm going to pass on that right now because the battery's almost dead. The chip itself will cool down very quickly, but this is a CPU. This is several CPUs in a package. Now the next step, if you want to actually see the cool part underneath this, you have to grind it off and then polish it to the exact level of the integrated circuit. Because most of this thickness here is actually just silicon wafer. The transistors and stuff is the thinnest layer on the top. Before I start lapping this down, I've found a good way to protect it from cracking while you're working with it is to glue it to the back of the lid. Super glue it. so that way you have a larger package to handle, and you're not putting any stress on this die here. So if this was perfectly flat, I would use that, but since there's solder in there, it would not be a good surface to glue it to, because it would still crack if you put the force. The point is to keep the force very even across the entire wafer when you're working with it. Okay, so super glue. Remember, super glue reacts with water. It hardens, it cures when it makes contact with water or moisture. So, put the lid back on here. So what I always do is just lick this part, lick it. Then you get one chance to push it down, and well, there it's set. Can't move it now. That's permanent. Because the moisture in my saliva it cured instantly. But there you go. That's perfect for sanding down now. I usually get the top surface, the top layer of mostly solder, off with a brand new razor blade. Don't use a used one because it will cause scratches and damage. So none of these are good for that. I have a pack of fresh ones, and I go through several brand new razor blades per chip that I work on. As soon as it starts getting a little dirty, get a new blade. But once it gets down to the transistor level, I start sanding it with some 1500 grit sandpaper until I get to the layer I want, and then I polish it up with toothpaste or something. I could just rub it in with my finger until I get the exact look I want. Well, it's all done, and this is what you get. It is a chip that you can see cores. Let me just get the light reflecting just right.